Hi, I'm Renee Seltzer, founder of Feeding My Kid, and in today's episode I want to talk about poop and how to get kids to poop and what causes constipation and some different things that you can do about it. So this is really going to be a information overload on everything related to poop. And the funny thing is, if you had asked me a couple years before I had my twins, I would have never even been able to acknowledge that I go to the bathroom, right? It was just kind of a subject that I never talked about. I never wanted to talk about, and now after you have kids, that's pretty much all you talk about. So let's get ready and let's start talking about how to get kids to poop. So some of the causes, constipation is really common among babies and toddlers. So it can be troublesome and it can be worrisome, but for the most part, through all the tips that we're going to give you in this video, you're going to know how to help your child overcome this, short term and long term. We're going to cover foods to eat, and really a lot of the foods that are causing this that you might not even know are causing constipation in kids. These are all the different things to think about when it comes to constipation. So we talked about all the different tips is reduce how much sugar your kids are eating, eat a lot more fibrous foods. So as I mentioned in the description of the video below, there's going to be all these great recipes on how to get a lot more fiber into your diet. You want to try to help your kids go to the bathroom all the way. So really how they empty their bowels is going to be really important in helping with constipation. And drinking a ton of water. So encouraging your kids to drink water throughout the day, that's really going to help a lot. We have a couple different articles on the site on how to do that, and we'll create a separate video on how to get your kids to drink more water. And then pulling back on juices. So like I mentioned with sweets in general, but juice, really juice is more considered a junk food these days than it's actually considered a health food. So have your kids eat the fruit, because when they eat the actual apple or they eat the orange, they're getting more fiber from it, where when they make the juice, especially processed juice, that comes in the jug or the container, they strip out all the fiber. So what your kids are really left with in that juice is straight sugar, and that wreaks havoc in the digestive tract. So you'll start to see a theme in the videos on how do we pull back sugar for kids. And that isn't, to deny the kids a childhood, but it's really to help ensure that they're going to have a healthy lifelong eater. So that's really the important part, is how do we create the behaviors and the healthy habits today that when they're 30 and 40 and 50, they'll be a really healthy adult. And they probably won't have diabetes, and they probably won't have chronic heart disease and all these other issues because of what you're doing for them today. So that's really important. We're actually going to do a separate video if you have a baby that's constipated, as they have different kinds of issues as opposed to a toddler, preschooler, or school-aged child. So this video is really to focus on the toddlers and up, and we'll cover separately what do you do when your kids are under 12 months and they're constipated. So stay tuned for that video. So definitely stay tuned, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't, follow us on Pinterest, and join our community on Facebook. And we've actually created a group on Facebook, so make sure you search for that under groups to where you can ask all of your questions and really bond with other people that also care about what their kids are eating. So make sure you check out all of that on Facebook and subscribe on our website to get our newsletter.